See if you remember how to do this. Remember how to do this?
Do I remember how to do this? I don't know. Do I remember how to do this? I don't think I do. It's been a while. It's been a while. Mm-hmm. Hello, people. We're back.
Back again. Tony's back. And his friend. Yes, we're back. Yes, we're back.
Yes, we're back. Yes, we're back. Yes, we're back.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, we know it's been a long ass time, but we're finally recording. And these are going to be our top 3 games with some honourable mentions that we played through, or popped on for 5 minutes and really enjoyed.
Yes.
In 2021.
Because it's like, I kind of like really, I haven't completed anything on my list. Not one. I've got quite a few games that I've played 40 hours or whatever on, but I haven't got anything that I've actually finished. You know? So
So for the lighting today, we have Tony's telly. So if you can see Tom Cruise in my glasses, blame the lighting. So I'll take my glasses off. I am blind. So yeah. So it's good to finally catch up. I mean, I've been coming around regularly anyway. So we just finally got the camera out, and we're going to tell you our favourite games, or are we?
yeah, which is probably, you know, considering it's almost like the 2022 time one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's only a few months away.
Yeah, I was going to film it last time, but you couldn't remember what your games were.
No, I couldn't. Like I said, I played so few games last year. I got like a really nice PC and everything, but I didn't really play many games on it. So,
Unlike what we was playing like about a month or so ago, that weird, what was it called? That like Streets of Rage game with guns.
God,
We've started it, we haven't continued.
yeah, there's something, I can't remember what it's called. No, blank, completely blank. Should have checked it out before we actually come on, really, but that'd be professional. Don't do that.
Yeah.
So
if you know us, we'll get round to the subject eventually. What was that game? That not Wu-Tang game, the one with like Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris.
It was
Who beat
Wu-Tang.
him up. It was called Wu-Tang, was it?
Wu-Tang, Shaolin versus Wu-Tang.
That is really, really good. Was it number 2?
Yeah, Shaolin versus Wu-Tang 2. The first one's not very good, but the second one's brilliant. So
you got Bolo, but not Bolo. They're all there.
They're all there, but they're not. You know, Bruce, not Lee. It's,
what was that other one? That Style Arc System Works of style one.
Which one? The Kohimi Embu.
Yes, I took a picture of the screen because I couldn't remember.
Kohimi Embu Ryo Rai Rai. It's which is Vicky.
You say so.
Vicky.
Right, so would you like to get started?
Yes, I will start. I will start with the number 3, which is I've got my list here, but I'm actually going to change numbers around because I'm thinking about it.
I'm around Tony's. I had cakes.
And like I said, I got a new shiny PC the other year in 2021, and in January, to be precise.
The nice TV to go with it.
Yes, everything was all shiny.
Does my head in because it's massive.
That's what she said.
If it was that big, she'd be ripped in fucking half.
Yes, it is quite large. But yeah,
size of the telly, by the way, lads.
I got it shiny, and one of the first games I actually played in shiny was Cyberpunk 2077, which is so cool because it's going to be 2077 before they actually finish patching it.
On this telly, this big telly he's got, it was the first game I'd ever played on this telly, and Cyberpunk, he said, yeah, play it, you give me the pad like he does. And my first thing was like, I don't know what I'm doing, the telly's too big. But I really enjoyed it. I actually went on to Cyberpunk 2077 myself on my Xbox. But I just don't think I was in the right frame of mind to play it when I tried it. I'm pretty sure that come the winter months when we are indoors a bit more, I'll really enjoy it. But what I did play, I enjoyed. But I imagine my version was super patched. Mind you, it was on PC, weren't you? I was on Series X.
Yes.
So
the thing was, though, the PC had a lot less problems. They still had a ton of fucking problems at launch, but by the time I actually played it in the January, it was very heavily patched, and I only had a few weird things like You walk along and there'd be like some guy interacting with something that wasn't there, and then all of a sudden the thing will appear.
Like clipping.
Sort of. It just wouldn't be there. The thing just hadn't loaded in yet. Eventually it loads in, and stuff like that. And also I had audio cut out on me once in a conversation. I had to kind of like come out and come back in again. But apart from that, I really didn't have any problems. Not when you look at like all the problems that people were having at launch.
Especially if you bought PS4 or Xbox One.
Yeah, with like vehicles clipping through the road and like police cars driving through buildings and stuff and all this weird crazy ass shit, you know. I didn't get any of that stuff.
The thing is, I really did start to enjoy what I was playing, but I just wasn't in the mood.
Yeah.
I just really wasn't in the mood. It's been one of those weird years. I mean, this is last year. It was still one of those weird years of playing games, but I was definitely going to be on the to-do list, definitely.
So I think the first 8 hours of that game are fantastic.
I managed about 4 or 5, I think.
Yeah, I think you are about almost finished with the intro bit, which is like the first 8 hours. It depends how many side missions you do. If you do all the side missions and stuff that are available, it takes about 8 hours.
Yeah.
If you don't, it's only about 4 hours. So if you do all the main missions, it's about 4 hours. But that's the best part of the game. That first 8 hours, without giving any spoilers or anything, that's the best part of the game. Mostly because you haven't got to plot with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, I hadn't got over him yet.
Yes.
Johnny Silverhand or something.
That's the one.
Yeah.
It's but no, I enjoyed
you're
it.
breathtaking.
And I did like 30 or 40 hours, whatever, on it. So I did quite a lot. But I haven't got back to going around and finishing it. My inventory was full. I was getting fed up with emptying my inventory all the time. And I just kind of like, I was in a sneaking section where I couldn't go back and backtrack and go and sell anything. So I was kind of breaking it down. I didn't want to break it down. And I just kind of like got miffed and didn't go back to it. And when I did go back to it, I couldn't remember how to stealth. So it was, one of those situations, you know. But yeah, that's my number 3.
That's cool. My number 3 is Guardians of the Galaxy. So this game kind of come out of nowhere. Elder Store Page bought it. I went into a room, watched her playing it, and I was like, yeah, I need to play that when he finished it. And everything about that game. When I first started playing it, I had trouble getting my mind around when I was... you control the whole team, all 4 different people. You can aim at someone, you can pick a person to do a certain move on a certain ability, on certain characters. I had a lot of difficulty getting my head around doing that all the time. But
I found that quite easy because it's like just a very RPG-ish system.
Yeah.
Just like Dragon Age or something, you know what I mean? Or like even Mass Effect where you choose where you want your party members to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did find what was irritating is when you did your special and you did your little huddle before you did a special, it was just... At one point you get, can you just skip that scene? Because when you level up so much to do a boss, you can literally do the huddle 20 or 30 times. But after what I played, I really enjoyed it. I love the story. Please close the bloody fridge.
Didn't get that far.
You didn't get that far?
No.
Alright. And yeah, fantastic. And the problem that I've found with Guardians of the Galaxy is, since playing the game, obviously I've watched some more Marvel films, and the Gamora in Guardians of the Galaxy, the game, has ruined the TV Gamora for me, because I'm like, no, you're crap Gamora, I want proper Gamora from the game. And yeah, it's really good. It's quite a decent length as well. It's about 20 hours to finish. There's not much side stuff to do. There's a little bit of side stuff.
It is very linear, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And you can't go back for it a second time. When you go back for it a second time, there are different collectibles you can get. You have to go for it first, and the second playthrough gets the different collectibles, which like the outfits and the stories and stuff like that. But I really freaking enjoy it, and it's one of those games that it just come out of nowhere. And for me, I was just like, okay, I'll sell it to you. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. The Weetabix lot, as he showed me tonight, and brought back some memories. Brian, yeah?
Yep, Brian.
Yeah, Brian. Check out Weetabix adverts from, was it 1982 to 1989 on YouTube. But yeah, my number 3, Guardians of the Galaxy, really freaking enjoyed it.
Right. Number 2 then, also a licensed game. It's like I gotta admit though, I did enjoy what I played with Guardians of the Galaxy, but it was very linear, and its linearity kind of put me off. It's still a lot better than the Avengers game. But but when you very first play that Avengers game, and you first put it
You wanted
on,
me to play the start-up, but we couldn't get back to the start-up, could we?
no.
So,
I can actually do that another time. I can do that now. I've actually got it set up so you can. But
that's on Game Pass now, so.
yeah, but I've got it on. I actually bought it on Steam.
Oh right.
It was like £8 or £7 or something stupid. So I was like,
Oh,
that.
by the way, in case you haven't watched his phrases, his pickups every month are just Steam pickups. So.
Yes, everything's just Steam now. It's,
Should we just do one episode where it's like 17 hours long where you talk about all your Steam buys?
Yeah, that's the problem with having a 6 terabyte external and a 1 terabyte SSD. So it's you kind of get a lot of games. It's especially with Xbox Game Pass and bloody Humble Bundle and bloody what do you call it? CD keys.
I was just similar though, because as soon as I got my PC in February, but yeah, it's so easy. And when you see the sales Steam app, it's like Epic. You get a free game every other week.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Don't play them, and I kind of definitely not got enough space to install them. But yeah.
Did you get Wonder Boy 3 Dragon's Trap?
No. No.
You missed that?
Yeah.
All right.
I miss quite a few. I do miss quite a few regularly.
This is all the good games. But anyway, back to my number 2, which sounds bad. That sounds really bad.
It smells bad as well if you was here.
Yes. Right, and my number 2, which isn't a kind of like standard adventure-y kind of like game or role-playing game at all. It's actually a fighter, and it's Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Yeah.
Because I played a shit ton of that. I played so much of that before my buddy. I had that problem with the drivers, if you remember.
Oh, yeah.
Everything was in slow motion. Yeah, everything was in. It was really bad.
Yeah.
And it was like that for about a year as well before they fixed it.
Just graphics card driver, weren't it?
Yeah. Yep. It's all fixed now. So
not it's like chauffeur that's coming and going, oh, we can't play the game, so I've got to drive you to the place.
Parker.
Yes. Yes, my lady.
I was waiting for you to say stare into the Parker.
Stare into the Parker. Or could do like an alien reference for Parker as well. But did you have a Parker coat at school? Because I did, because they were really cool because you could zip them up.
Did you play Superman as a kid?
Oh, by tying it around.
Yeah, but you put the hood on and then you kind of like...
Yeah. That. Or there was the one where it was windy, you get your coat up and you'd like flip it back like that and you'd fire it. They're watching going, oh my god, it is them again.
Yes, they're waffling again. They're waffling. I got the full-on version of Dragon Ball Fighter Z, all the characters.
They're still releasing new characters now, aren't they?
Yes,
yeah, it's still going.
There's just tons of stuff on it.
That is season 3 pass that's come out, or season 4 pass that was announced.
Oh God.
Yeah, so it's going to continue.
But it's a good game. It's a really, 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 really good game. It's a lot of fun. I'm not normally a huge fan of these Marvel Capcom over the top ones, but this one's so accessible, and it's so kind of over the top. I'm not even a Dragon Ball Z fan. I mean, I like Dragon Ball. I really like Dragon Ball, but I'm not a huge Dragon Ball Z fan. I've watched quite a lot of it, but I'm not a huge fan. I like it. It's alright. It's alright.
I mean, I picked it up second hand in a local pickup really cheap. I got it home the next day. It was on Game Pass, and it's still on Game Pass because obviously I still buy Xbox games. But I've not got around to playing it. I think, have we played it multiplayer around here?
No, I played it by myself because you were like, I am not playing you.
If he's played a game, no, I have to play it for the same amount of hours. Yeah, but that is one again that I do really look forward to getting into at some point in the future.
But it is really good. It's really good. It's really easy to get into. You sort of see it being played and you're like, oh my god, I can't do that. But it's actually really, really, really easy to get those big combos and...
Because to me, Dragon Ball was always those weird 3D, we're all floating in the air fighters, and
they're really bad and slow.
Yeah,
like Dragon Ball GT.
Yeah,
they're all really bad.
Did you need a steering wheel for it?
No, not that kind of GT.
Gran Turismo. Great Theodore and Alvin. And Simon.
Everyone always forgets poor Simon.
Yeah,
Yes,
poor Simon.
but yeah, that's my number 2.
And my number 2 is pretty predictable if you know me. And that's Forza Horizon 5. And yeah, so I picked Forza Horizon, well before Forza Horizon 5 came up I bought the DLC pack, which was like 30 odd quid. And you just played Forza Horizon 5 via Game Pass from day one. And it took a while to get used to it because I was so used to driving around Great Britain. But there came a time where even now, and this is from when it actually launched in November last year,
Yeah.
I still play it for at least an hour or so a week. And I just started playing the Hot Wheels. I'm still quite not knowing what's going on because it's all weird and strange. Me and Richard were trying to figure out the other night and trying to do what races and that because you go get medals to open up the next.
Oh, right.
But yeah, we gave up. But yeah, it's just a game that I lost hours in. I've done every single race apart from the seasonal races. I've done every single checkpoint. I've done every single speed camera. I've even done every single drift. And you know how I could never get my head around drifts ever. I've done every. I haven't freestarted it all like bloody Richard had. But yeah, and just thought of it how much I want to play it. It's so good. It's so relaxing to play, and I just can't fault it. I think it's absolutely amazing. First time I've ever put a Forza game on my list, and it's strange, but it really did resonate with me straight away. I've had an honourable mention, but I don't think I've put it top 3. Watch the best games of 2020 or 19 to find out. There was a couple of years break, weren't there? So
yeah.
But no, I just found it fucking brilliant from start to continue playing now. And I was one of the lucky people that managed to glitch the DeLorean because it was so hard to get. But basically, what happened is you had to do it on like a summer event.
Yeah.
And you could, and when it brought up, you could click on it and it'd say buy car now, and you press Y, and it'd say purchase car. And you purchase car, but it would never appear in your inventory. It was just a glitch in the game. And when not Turn 10, Playground Games got around to fix it, they're like, well, fair enough, we'll let you have it. So yay, I got the DeLorean, and it's shit, just like it is in real life.
Yes. Good luck getting to 88 miles an hour, everybody.
Have you seen the new DeLorean? It does actually look like a mask toy.
Oh, right.
It really does. DMC DeLorean 22 or whatever it's bloody called. Now powered with your rubbish and waste. But yeah, Forza Horizon 5, fucking brilliant game. And Game Pass, fantastic. Sponsored by Microsoft. Ting!
Oh, you can't go wrong with Game Pass. I mean, that's the main thing with the PC, was just like having Game Pass and having all the Xbox exclusives on it. It was just like no-brainer. It was like, wow. You know.
So you get Death Stranding Director's Cut now as well, isn't there, on the Xbox
I've already
side?
bought that.
Yeah.
I already bought that.
Is there any PC games you haven't bought? Oh, no, yes, there's hundreds. Because hundreds come out every single day.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are many. But the thing was that I got the Director's Cut like upgrade because it was only like about $5 or something.
Yeah.
So I got that. So
I played for about an hour around Richard's. It's like, well, I kind of deliver things for a living, so playing it in a game is kind of like, I'm not getting paid to do this.
it's very relaxing.
Yeah.
I find it very relaxing and chill. Unless you've got
Yeah.
those fucking creatures around you, in which case it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
But
yes, and difficult. Oh, what
yes.
do I do?
Yes, you've got to hold your breath
Panic.
and like, you know.
Yeah. So I have one honourable mention. He has 2.
Yes, I have 2. One would be like the bottom sort of one, which would be Final Fantasy VII Remake, which I struggled to actually get to the end of because I got bored.
The grinding part at the end, yeah.
No, not even that. Not even that. I just got bored. I got to the bit where you have to go to the Shinmar Tower, and I just got bored. The whole game is a grind. The whole game is just really dull and spread out. It looks gorgeous. It's lovely seeing the characters look like that, and it plays quite well. But it's so dry and bland and spread out. And
So I've never played Final Fantasy VII, is it? Because it's a small part of Final Fantasy VII, isn't it?
It's the intro to Final Fantasy VII.
Oh.
It's the 8-hour intro spread to like 30 or 40 hours.
Because the only bit I've heard is how the last couple of bits are like hours of grinding.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Did you finish it or not?
No.
No.
I'm not getting that far. I just like I got so bored with just like these long ass areas that are just boring and nothing really happens. And I know the story, so what's the point? You know.
Got a PC. Get a mod. Make it entertaining. There'll be something out there somewhere.
Have you seen the God of War with Homer Simpson and Bart?
No.
That is amazing.
No. PC mods are the best.
And what's his face? The one that gets killed with mistletoe, whatever it was.
The head.
No, the one that gets killed with mistletoe. Mistletoe arrows.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, we'll just pretend I know. Yeah. Here.
Bowler.
Yeah.
Bowler.
Did he have a gate in it? Sorry.
No, it's a game you ever really played. But it's,
I just know that it's a game. Does that count? Do I get house points there?
no, you don't. It's
Yeah.
But yeah, Bowler was Ned Flanders.
Oh right, cool.
So you got to fight outside, but they actually recorded all the dialogue. They re-recorded all the dialogue to actually impersonate like the real voices.
The modders are the best.
And they're amazing.
So good.
It's so good. It's just it's so worth tracking down on YouTube just to watch. It's so good.
Yeah.
But my other honourable mention, because he's got one, so is which is a much better game, and that is Resident Evil 2 Remake.
Yeah.
Which is very good, but again, I've only just got past the liquor.
Oh right.
So that's all. That's only as far as I got. So it's I need to kind of go back and play more. So.
That was my other honourable mention because there's one I couldn't remember. That's what the one it is. It's brilliant. So I did have to. Yeah. So Resident Evil 2. So it's kind of, well, I will say my favourite Resident Evil game ever is Resident Evil 3. It's not the best game. I still think to this day, being honest, at long last, Resident Evil 2 is the best Resident Evil game. I went into the remake with no real expectations. I just wanted a good Resident Evil game. I'm playing Resident Evil Revelations 1 at the moment, so I can't put Resident Evils. And I was so fucking blown away. My goal was, right, just finish the main story with each one, then be done with it. Nah. I did both sides of the stories, and I freaking absolutely loved it. It was fantastic. I actually wish Thomas the Tank Engine mod would have actually been in it instead of Mr. X. Mr. X. Yeah, but I mean, fucking hell, did he make me shit myself? He's right, run. But yeah, I thought it was fucking excellent. I absolutely thought it was brilliant.
Mr. X, I think, is a lot scarier than Nemesis because he's not scripted.
No, and he can just turn up randomly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Resident Evil 3 remake was just, I really did enjoy it, but it was lacking, and it just didn't sit as well with me as Resident Evil 2.
Have you tried to play 2 again after playing 3?
I know they've added bits to it.
But have you tried to play it?
No.
I have been told the biggest difference is one thing gets really, really difficult to not get used to. No dodge button.
Oh,
Being able to dodge in Resident Evil 3 and then going back to 2.
Without dodging.
Yeah.
Fuck. Because you slam that dodge button when you fight Nemesis in Resident Evil 3. Yeah. I mean, I thought it was really good. And I'm kind of looking forward to the remake of number 4, but I would have personally prepared a remake of bloody Code Veronica.
Yes, I agree.
Not Code Veronica X, not the easy version. Code Veronica.
They Code Veronica extra stuff though.
Yeah.
So give us the extra stuff.
But the remake of 2, I really, really did enjoy.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just so good.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I mean, I've got the board game. I keep meaning to sort of like very slowly kind of like paint figures for.
Yeah.
But they're tiny, and I've got lots of them. I've got like all the expansions, and it's great when you got to get DLC for fucking board games, you know.
Capcom no doubt get a share.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So my other honourable mention, which I've almost played to death, which I haven't played to death, which isn't my number one, which I think he thinks is going to be my number one, is The Witcher 3. Yeah, so I finally sat down at the start of the year last year, because we were back in lockdown, weren't we?
It should be number 1.
Yeah, I know, but it was so strange that a year ago.
It's only because you haven't played it for so bloody long. You haven't even finished the damn DLC yet.
No, that's it.
Best DLC of the game.
I finished the first DLC.
Best part of the game you haven't finished yet.
The second DLC Blood and Wine, the
Yeah.
second DLC. That's its own little island as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the thing is, you've got to realise is I fucking love that game. I think it's amazing. But when I play Blood and Wine, that's it. There's no more new story. And I'm all about the story. I mean, yes, I know you can replay it and all that, but then I'll know the story. Leave it 6 months.
No, you don't.
And I'll forget the story.
You don't know the story though, because you choose
Get
your own
alternate endings in
stuff.
that one as well.
Yeah.
Now I love that game.
There's massively. It really varies. It's a lot better than the actual main Witcher game.
Yeah.
In the sense of you can do things very differently.
Well, a lot of people. So when you're playing the actual Witcher 3, because I managed to, 2020, I played The Witcher 2. I actually sat down and I played through The Witcher 2. I didn't play it because there was no markers where to go or anything, but I persevered, and it kind of showed you the area but never where to go. But I sat down, persevered, and I played through Witcher 2 in 2020. I fucking loved every moment of it.
The areas were quite small, so
Yeah.
it was easy enough. Once you
Yeah.
explored a little bit, you kind of worked out what you were supposed to do.
Yeah, and when I played Witcher 3, I still had a lot of Witcher 2 in the mind, so it was really helpful. It was really, really cool. But it's like everyone was saying about the best parts. I mean, Dandelion, absolutely fantastic. One of my favourite characters I like Dandelion, the blonde one that works with Dandelion.
Oh yeah, she's cool.
Priscilla,
Priscilla, isn't it?
Priscilla, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the what are they called, ones that can change into different people.
Changelings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the one that basically he takes over the Lord's body.
Puck, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Or whatever
Yeah.
his name is, can't remember. But
Yeah.
it's.
It's so cool. The thing is that I did choose to stick with, oh my god, not Trish, the other woman. Yennefer. I was Yennefer from start to finish. I was like, yeah, I'm having some Yennefer. And I know you could veer off for Trish, but no, I was Yennefer all the way. And I finished it with Yennefer. So obviously you didn't cheat all the way through it, which was quite depressing because it's The Witcher and you've got whorehouses everywhere. But yeah, it was a great game. What helped me was like as the Assassin's Creed games were getting bigger and bigger, it's kind of helped me to persevere and play games like The Witcher 3.
Yeah.
And,
But I think Assassin's Creed picked up a lot of stuff from The Witcher.
Yeah, but it's because I played the Assassin's Creed and it's helped me so I could go back to The Witcher. And,
Yeah.
And I just think it's like a brilliant. Geralt is an amazing character. He truly is, and the TV show's great as well. Have you watched any of them yet?
No, not yet.
Two seasons, both great.
I've been meaning to. It's one of those ones that's on my list. I've got
Superman as Geralt.
Yes, there's so many things that I haven't bloody watched or whatever it was.
Yeah.
It's like I keep meaning to watch bloody Prey and...
He bought some popcorn to watch Prey the other day.
Yeah, I ate the popcorn, but didn't watch the movie. I kind of woke up in the morning, I was just hungry and started eating the popcorn and I realised that, I haven't watched the film. Oh, well, more popcorn.
I watched Prey, but I won't talk about it. But I enjoyed it, that's all I'll say. Yeah, so that's my honourable mentions. Resident Evil 2 and Witcher 3, thanks for reminding me.
And mine, Resident Evil 2 and Final Fantasy 7. Even though I just want to moan about Final Fantasy 7. It was very pretty though. It was very pretty.
When you started playing it, did you feel that it could have been more than the sum of its parts?
Way more.
Yeah.
It's way too stretched out. It's way too stretched out. It's
Is
the
it-
intro to the game. It's the first 8 hours of the game. Like I said, stretched out to like 30 or 40 hours. So it's not a whole game. It's a little portion of the game. It's like someone's made a 40-hour demo, basically.
Because they've made a part 2, they've announced the part 2, haven't they?
Yeah.
And what's that going to be, the next 2 hours of the game or something?
It's supposed to be quite a big chunk. It's probably going to be...
Crisis Core remake comes up. Square Enix has gone really weird though, selling Tomb Raider for next to no one. Next to nothing to Tencent and stuff. What's going on with them? But yeah, I mean, I was always sort of tempted, like, do I give it a go? But just not around to it. No. Right, so number ones then.
Number ones, right. Well, the series isn't a stranger to our number one list, and that is Tales of Arise, which I really, really, really enjoyed. And still, again, haven't finished. 40 odd hours in, something like that, 40 or 50 hours in, and I still haven't finished it.
So if you finish it, you're going to put it on the 2022 list? You finish it this year?
No.
So you can put it over 2 years?
No. It's... No,
Well,
I played the majority of it last year, so it's...
Yeah. Because I saw you played on PC, weren't you?
Yeah.
Was it PC?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I keep, it's because we're so late filming this, it's like, hang on, wait a minute, he's not talking, oh yeah, he's playing it this year. Let's play it this year, because You're playing a lot of a certain Horizon-y type game this year, aren't you?
Yes.
But we're not talking about this year. That's going to
Yep.
be next August, September's video. But yeah, I've seen a bit of Tales of Vesperia, but I've never played a Tales game. Tales of Arise, when it came out, saw the trailer and I thought, the Tales game looks rather good. Has it got the dog that smokes? Because that's the only
No,
thing
it
that
doesn't.
comes
No.
to my mind.
No, it doesn't.
Do they follow on from each other, do they,
No.
the Tales games? So
No.
they're like Final Fantasies.
Some of them do, because if it's got the same name in it, like Tales of Xillia,
Yeah.
they did Tales of Xillia 2.
Was that PS3 collection that you got?
No, that was the Tales of Symphonia collection, which
Oh,
is
right.
Tales of Symphonia 1 and 2.
He's the RPG guy. Yeah. From Game in Folkestone when it was open, if I remember. Didn't you get it from the top of the town because it was on sale?
No.
No.
I got those, I believe I got those from Alex. I believe. Yeah, I believe I got
Better
those from
memory
Alex.
than me.
So it's. I got Tales of Zestiria, I believe, from Ian.
Didn't you bought Paige Tales of Besseria, didn't you?
No, I bought her
Oh, you got her a Tales game.
Tales of Grace's F.
Tales of Grace's F, there you go.
But yeah, I say about 40 odd hours and stuff into it, and it's a really good story and stuff. It's very sort of generic and talesy in a comfortable way. It's not as good as Berseria. I really enjoyed Berseria.
Was it last year you went through? You was playing loads of Tales games on the PS4.
No, it was 2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago, was it? Because you
2 or
just
3 years
played
ago.
loads of them in one little
Yeah.
chunk of time, didn't you? Yeah. But do you actually get the urge to go back and finish it? Is it one that's like on your mind to finish?
Yeah, all of these are.
Yeah.
All of those are. All of those on that list are ones I want to finish. Even Final Fantasy VII Remake I want to finish.
Yeah.
I have not got the heart to get that on PC. I was playing on PS4,
Yeah.
on a standard PS4, and I have not got the heart to get it on PC and go back through the fucking thing to do it. No. A lot of people seem to really enjoy it, and a lot of people seem to really love it because it's just like characters they love and stuff like that. But for me, it's a big miss. It really is. It's just so stretched out and so long. Some of the filler is nice. Some of the filler on the background of the characters and stretching stuff out is nice.
They did DLC for it as well, didn't they?
Yeah, the Yuffie DLC.
Yuffie.
Yuffie, yeah, she's a character.
Ah, right.
Yuffie
We said
kills
Yuppie first. Oh gosh, yes. That Cloud fella. Was he here lately?
Is it choose spell, choose file effects? You know?
I'll get my assistant to hold my cane as I look.
Oh, yeah. But that's my number one.
My number one's really generic and boring. Can you guess?
That's because you're generic and boring.
Oh, thank you, says the non-playable character. Strokes his beard. Yeah, so apart from all the DRM can't play it offline, you might not be able to play in the future bollocks, and the fact that I'm only going to be talking about the single player portion, which I fucking loved every single moment of it, and generic, smile, Halo Infinite. I freaking love that game, and bringing in the grapple hook, is it grapple hook?
Yeah.
Yeah, was brilliant. I played through it on Heroic. I didn't want to go for a Legendary straight away. I spent my time like just searching everything, and it did take a little while. I got to a boss where I was getting pissed off. I figured out a little loop in a circle to go around and finally beat him in the end. But when the combat finally settled with me, when I've been playing it for about 7 or 8 hours, and I was getting it to a tier, know which weapons to use, and because whilst it's Halo, it's not Halo. You really do have to take the new mechanics into play. And I mean, you can still throw your shields down. Oh, I don't need none of that bollocks. And the story's okay, but my favourite part of it is like you've got on the big map, you've got like special targets, and they could be like a couple of juggernauts or a couple of really hard elites. And so as you do more of the map, more of them unlock, and they're like mini boss battles, and they are some of the most fun battles you can actually have in the Halo universe. So I've got this. The second to last ones you unlock, which is down the bottom in the middle of the map. So in the middle of the map, they've got like loads of little bloody little grunts and everything around. We're talking about hundreds, and it is literally 2 hunters. And when I was stuck on the battle 6, 7 hours. But it was so much fun. Whilst I wanted to throw my pad through the telly many, many times, I was learning. And I was getting angry but enjoying it at the same time. And it just, I just, I know I've got campaign co-op and that coming, which I'm kind of looking forward to. I did start off playing the online straight away, and I've played quite a bit of online, and I have really enjoyed it. But for me, the single player of Halo, it is definitely my favourite Halo by a long shot. Not just because it's new and shiny, it's because it played so well. I just fucking loved every moment of it. And when I did finally beat that last fucking boss, it was great. And I went back to doing some all the side stuff, going around finding more logs to put on the fire. And of course, you've now got your, as is like in everything now, your Mexican sidekick, who's really cool. He's this Halo's Pedro Pascal, basically, and that's who'd play him in the film, no doubt, if they ever made a Halo Infinite film. But yeah, I can't state how much I enjoyed that game.
I definitely think they managed to fix the Halo 4 and 5 problem that I had with the ammo and the having to swap weapons.
There's 7 more people. Quick, let's run around for some more ammo.
Oh,
yeah. Me and Adrian played through Halo 5 before Halo Infinite came out, and we played for it on Heroic because they ever play. I think on the smaller settings. And the amount of times, it wasn't as bad as I say, Halo 4 is the worst for the lack of ammo.
Yeah.
Halo 5 is a bit better, but we were still running around going, fuck, so what you got left? He said, well, we could go for the melees. Just like, both in, here we go. It's not as bad this time. It's definitely not as bad. And, what's really cool is you can use your grapple hook and you just throw your fucking barrels at the bad guys and all that. I mean, you don't have to use your grapple. You've got your jump or you've got your shoulder barge, your Spartan, and it's, you could charge up one of the 4 main ones. I mean, say when you shove the shield down, you can fire from the shield. But I use none of them. I just
having options.
Why am I doing Spider-Man with the grapple hook?
I do not know. Having options and having it dynamic, I think, adds so much more to it.
Yeah.
Because it's not just one way of playing it and one way of doing everything. It's
Yeah. But I just some of the best fun fights ever in Halo. And when you get your little. I don't remember playing the little flying, marine flying machine.
Hornet.
Yeah, and you can go all the way up to the top of the map, and then for no reason you just jump out and watch yourself slowly fall. It's brilliant. It truly is, because that map is huge, and how they're going to replicate that in multiplayer is going to be pretty goddamn impressive, I tell you. But yeah, I mean, this was 20 hours into this game. This was my #1 game of the past 4 or 5 years. It's the only game. If there's 2 games in the world left, it would be The Last of Us 2 second, single player games, not multiplayer games, and then Halo Infinite top. Because to this day, The Last of Us 2 is still my favourite PlayStation game of all time, and it's still weird that they've remade The Last of Us 1.
But it's good because I can play it on PC. So.
Yeah. A true PlayStation exclusive that'll never come to PC. At the same time, we're going to price hike the PlayStation. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, straight away I'm like, well, I might as well play it again because I love the second one so much. But yes, that was my game of, was that my game of 2020, Last of Us 2, wasn't it? Or was that 2019?
Yeah, 2020.
Yeah. Because it's Ghost of Satsuma and then Last of Us. So it's actually kind of like an Xbox year for the first 2 this year, which is rare because Xbox doesn't normally get my top spot.
Normally it's Nintendo and PlayStation.
Yeah.
Normally it's Nintendo and PlayStation.
Yeah. So but yeah, so for me, Halo Infinite, fucking brilliant. And I know everyone seems to be disappointed by the lack of online support, but I don't play multiplayer much anyway. I was there for the single player experience. And I had my cake, had more, and I want more. I just loved it. And we need campaign DLC featuring like Nathan Fillion and I think it's Blue Team in it. That would be cool. Okay, so there we go. Those are our top 3 games played for 2020. It's awesome to have Tony on camera again. So I've been around more this year than last year. It's been increasing, slowly getting back to the
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, what were your top games that you played through in 2021? Pop them down below. Hopefully for...
If you can remember, because it was a long time ago now.
Anyway, good to have you back on camera. Will he be back on before the Christmas special this year?
We shall see.
We shall see.
We shall see.